Video is off. Y'all know I was talking. I was doing. Y'all knew I was talking up a storm just now and my camera was off. I'm talking about I was making so many points. Guys, I had y'all in tears on that last video that was never recording. I really had y'all holding y'all chest and really feeling what I was saying. And guess what? I looked up and it had 0 on the screen. I'm like, this ain't even all after this heartfelt confession. I'm feeling happy today, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I'm feeling happy today because, okay, now y'all know I talk to y'all all the time about the Lord's vengeance, you know. And, you know, I believe in prayer and prayer working. Now, if you watched my last video, then you know I have been praying for the Lord's vengeance, not just for justice on these officers, but to take this organization down, these police down, like, because, you know, the police are not just killing black males, the people around them are letting them kill black males. Like, that means y'all evil too, you know what I'm saying? And I just, first of all, I spent my whole day harassing the police department in Brianna City, or I called them all day, not all day long, but I called them all morning long. You know, first I called the mayor's office and that voicemail was full. Then I called the police precinct, then they transferred me to somewhere else. Then that voicemail was full. And then I called the anonymous tip line and the man answered and he was like, "Do you have an anonymous tip?" I was like, "Yes, I do." He was like, "Well, go ahead, ma'am." I was like, "I know who killed Breonna Taylor, John Mattingly, Brett Hakinson, and whatever the other officer's name is." And the man was just silent. I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "And you already knew that." And what I can't believe is you sitting on the same force where you don't take a stand. Now, of course, I could hear this brother was black. I was like, you know, but I didn't make it about race, because it's not about race. It's about y'all having these murderers on the force, and don't nobody take a stand. Don't nobody be like, "This is ridiculous. They free. They not locked up." So, you know, he was just silent through me saying that or whatever. But I did get a chance to get off to be like, we need y'all. I was like, they are out here misrepresenting the officers that are on the force out here to protect the community. You know what I'm saying? That percentage is getting lower and lower because when these things like happen, y'all don't take a stand. Y'all don't do anything about it. And therefore, y'all looking like public enemy number one. The entire force. We need y'all to take a stand, of course. Then I had to get up, had to get off, and I had to call my first cousin because, see, I have family on the force. My first cousin is on the force, and I pray for him every day. So I called to check on him, and, you know, to come to find out, he's been off work for a year because he had, you know, surgery on something, and I'm just so happy because I did not want him to be caught up in all this stuff. Oh, God, you know, it just really, you know, I pray for my cousin all the time. I pray for all the good people all the time. But back to the police and back to the Lord's vengeance. Now, I've been praying for the Lord to take this organization down, okay? And the thing about it too is you be wanting the Lord to do stuff, and sometimes you want the Lord to move like faster, you know, but the Lord be moving fast because look, I just watched a video, and I know y'all seen it too, where the officers, you know, knocked this old white man down, this old 75-year-old white man down during the protest. Okay, now this man got blood coming from his head. Ain't nobody be like, what? First of all, this man was old as I don't know what. This man is harmless. You know what I'm saying? Y'all knocked this man completely down on his head. Ain't nobody help him out. All the officers just walking by, ain't doing nothing. So this was in New York, by the way. So they suspended those 2 officers, okay? And guess what? 57 officers, this is what I heard on the news just now, 57 officers resign in protest of the 2 officers that knocked this man down to be a suspension. In protest of that suspension, 57 officers resigned, talking about that treatment was too harsh when they was operating in the rules. Like, these people don't even got no sense of humanity. You operate, so what? They can say you could push somebody down in the protest. This is somebody that's charging y'all with force and being forceful in the protest. This don't mean you push down the innocent man. It's 57 of y'all. It's all of y'all. And now y'all protesting 2 people being suspended. And of course the governor was like, the governor of New York, he was like, and, he was like, that was the most disgusting video I ever seen. This is an old man. And, it just pains me that these officers be in support of that. But that's why I was coming to y'all, because I just wanted to let y'all know the Lord's vengeance. We did not have to do nothing to get 57 of them off the force, completely off the force. You resign. Just so let me get this right. You're in such support of bad treatment, you will stop your whole family from getting fed, because that's how eager you are to treat somebody bad. I'm talking about, we got to stop this devil. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to continue to pray. Because I be praying and I be seeing my little things. Like, I be praying for vengeance and I be seeing it come to life. And if all of us are praying, then we will just start to see it. Because I'm talking about, before all this protest and all these riots and all this started, I was on my bike and I was like, I'm tired, Lord. We need to kill these devils. How much do you want us to expect? And then all the protests started breaking out. I'm talking about, I started hearing about all the protests. This is like before the protests broke out. I was just praying. And I feel like, the Lord responded and not just got the protests to break out. He got the whole world looking up. Of course, now the NFL talking about they sorry. Fuck. Oh, excuse me, because I be trying not to curse, but you know what? Colin Kaepernick was, kneeling a long time ago, and guess what y'all did? Y'all y'all brutally policed this man's career because he was trying to take a peaceful stand. Other black players doing it, white players doing it. Now, and y'all could have did the same thing before that. Y'all could have did that, all that. If all of these people would have been standing with him, then we would have been had some things going. But I'm so happy to see it happen now. But, an apology, no, NFL, that's not enough. I'm sorry. This man has sacrificed so much, and you still never said, I'm sorry, you're talking about some player. No, this one direct player. And then Trump had the nerve to talk about, never protesting the flag. This flag has been protesting us. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? This flag has been kneeling against us for our entire existence in this country. And now you're talking about don't protest this flag? Trump, oh my God. Can we get David on the Goliath in the White House? Can we please get that? Please get David on the Goliath in the White House? It just gets on my, I'm talking about, and Trump had the nerve to say that George Floyd is looking down and he's proud. What you talking about? This man ain't even got to heaven yet. He's still standing in line. Okay, because you know what I'm saying? He's still fresh. It gets on my nerves too about all the the Black Lives Matter movement, and I mean not the Black Lives Matter movement, because I'm proud of the Black Lives Matter movement, but one, I wish we would make this big old fuss for us killing each other. And I feel like I just thought about why we don't make a big fuss, and why we do make a big fuss about the police is because, one, we are seeing videos of it. I feel like if we saw a video of each other killing each other, we would be just as enraged, because that would enrage me. It enrages me when I don't see it, But, two, I'm glad that everybody is way on board. But this has been happening. We've been saying this. We've been saying we tied. We just said we tied for Ahmaud Arbery. And people was still, dancing and TikToking and, you know, I mean, me, you know, I'll be trying to keep the joy going too, you know, but so many things have happened. Not just, you know, even since this has been going on, since all the protests have been going on, I've been getting stuff in my email. Another black man got killed with the I Can't Breathe. And I just, you know, I'm just so happy that the revolution is being televised. You know that old saying when it said the revolution will not be televised? The revolution will be televised. It's actually being televised right now. You know, I am so proud of the people out there protesting, however way, you know, being in the front lines. I'm not one of those people that will go out there and be on the front line. You know, I be having stuff to do. I be working. But what I will do is, and what I'm telling you to do is, you can loot online too, you know? When I see a number to call and a letter to write, I do it because I have the time to do it. I have the vernacular to do it and the grammar to do it. I have the writing to do it. And I have the voice to do it and the phone service to do it. That is what I call looting online. Some people are looting by going on their live every day and discussing it and making people aware. That is a form of looting. Every part of this is needed. Every part. I'm so, you know what I was thinking too is I'm so proud of my white friends, you know, like long before all of this protesting stuff, they were enraged about it. They were speaking up about it. Like long before that, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just so proud of the choice of friends I have in this. But I'm so proud of everybody for taking a stand. And I just wanted to come to y'all to ask y'all to continue to pray, specifically for the Lord's vengeance on that organization, his public retribution on that organization. We need protection for the people. This is, yes, you know, black men are threatened, black people are threatened, black lives matter, but I'm talking about it's us together. Like, it's us together. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it is about black lives, but keep in mind that black lives are intertwined with your lives too. And that's why it is so important for us to continue to fight in our own version of fighting. Like, you know, so many people have been posting, doing whatever they, you know, whatever your contribution is. I'm so glad that you do have a contribution, and please add the prayer to take that organization down, like however the Lord sees fit, because I'm so sick of them not just, you know, doing these horrific things, but getting away from it, and then people taking a stand, like people not taking a stand, people backing them on that nonsense. Anyway, I'm ending this video today with a song I made with a friend of mine when the Ferguson thing happened, and it is still relevant to this day. God bless you.
Yeah, baby, 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 baby. Yo, it was all a dream. I fell asleep last night, and I was dreaming about Ferguson. Something just didn't feel right, 'cause of them officers, they was hurting them. Then I thought about Chicago, and how we're losing our kinfolk, carrying all the right equipment, pointing them at the wrong people.
And I saw the Crips and Bloods, Crips and Bloods, Crips and Bloods, Crips and Bloods,
and they was falling by the wayside.
I saw the Crips and Bloods, Crips and Bloods, Crips and Bloods, Crips and Bloods.
Black rose, my heart did cry.
It's a state of emergency. This is a political campaign.
This makes the Negro community a police state. This makes the Negro neighborhood a police state. It's the most heavily patrolled. It has more police in it than any other neighborhood. Yet it has more crime in it than any other neighborhood. How can you have more cops and more crime? Why?
This is a political
It shows you that
campaign. Vote for the children.
Vote for our
Vote for our
children.
youth. Save the nation. Teach the truth.
Emergency, emergency, 911. Raping our daughters, killing our sons. Emergency, emergency, 911.
Raping up.
Can you save me from you?
Emergency 911.
Raping our daughters, killing our sons.
Emergency, emergency
911. Can you save me from you? Can you save me from you? 911.
We have to protect ourselves.
It is we, and only we.
We are being hunted. Do not assist the hunter. Lift one another up in prayer.
Then I saw the Crips and Bloods, Crips and Bloods,
Fasting.
Crips and Bloods, Crips and Bloods.
Pure.
And they was getting ready to
Purity.
rise. And I saw the Crips and Bloods, Crips and Bloods, Crips and Bloods, Crips and Bloods. Hand in hand, side by
The
side.
black male is the biggest threat to the entire world. He has the power to heal.
Emergency, emergency, 911. Raping our daughters, killing our sons. Emergency, emergency, 911. Can you save me from you?
again and again, we must rise to the majestic heights of meeting physical force with soul force. The marvelous new militancy which has engulfed the Negro community must not lead us to a distrust of all white people. For many of our white brothers, as evidenced by their presence here today, have come to realize that their destiny is tied up with our destiny.